I'm on my third trimester. I was like, I'm on shrooms, you know? Like, don't fuck with me. You guys seem disgusting, only the second part of the joke, right? She was like, back away, you're on drugs. I was like, relax, I'm just trying to hook up with you. You guys are gross. I love it. Yeah, I don't know. There's 30-year-old women here. I love that. Yeah, I'm kind of like having an existential crisis with it. So I recently hooked up with a 25-year-old guy. Hold the applause. And it was pretty cool. So I hook up with him. He goes, I've never been with an older woman. Fucking devastating. Okay? I was like, are you kidding me? I was so pissed, right? So to get back at him for calling me old, I pretended to pass away during sex. I was like, oh, you're gonna call me old, you're gonna call 911, okay? Yeah. I was like, just a very believable heart attack to spook the little boy, you know? I was like, honestly, why are women faking orgasms when they can fake cardiac arrest? Thank you so much. It's the new hot thing, right? Also, I was like way too committed to the bit. He was like, oh my god, like, are you okay, old lady? You know, like, she's literally dead, you know? And I was like, I'm fine. Did a little casual demon awakening, so hot. I love it. I am from New York. Are people from Pittsburgh originally here? Make some noise here. Now they love the pride. It's a turn on. I love it. Yeah, I'm from New York originally. I grew up in Harlem. Plot twist. Someone just gets said ew. That was insane. Wow. You know, right here. I can hear you. Okay, so that was crazy. But I kind of love it. You're toxic, obsessed. Okay. Yeah, ew. But yeah, when I tell people that I was born and raised in Harlem, they're like, Harlem, Nebraska? What? Like, they don't see it coming for me. But yeah, my parents were very liberal, white people with beautiful hearts, you know, no savings. And that is where they raised us, okay? Small, rent-controlled apartment in Harlem next to McDonald's, yeah, brag. And that's where we grew up. And my dad, growing up, such a liberal guy, such a liberal, like a soul, right? And when I was growing up, he would take me to all these anti-gentrification protests in Harlem, in our neighborhood, right? And my dad would be like, look, Maggie, look at all these white people, right? Moving into our neighborhood. I was like, Dad, you started it, you know? Like, you're the leader. What is happening? You're a hypocrite. And he would make me carry a sign, too, to the protest. The sign, guess what it said? It just said, stop. That was it. It was so, like, white people are so vague, it's just tragic. You know what I mean? It's true. We try to help, we don't know how. We're part of the problem, you know what I'm saying? I love growing up in Harlem, so it was interesting. I was actually the only white kid in my elementary school class, right? I don't think I noticed, wasn't a big deal. There was only one extremely awkward moment during lunch one day, right? We're going around the circle, everyone's like, oh, what should our rap names be when we grow up and inevitably become rappers? This one girl goes, oh, mine would be Gangsta Slut. I'm like, that's really good. I obviously can't top that. They get to me, I'm like, oh, you don't have to do me. There's so much shame. Don't do me, you know? And they're like, oh, no, we got a good one for you. Your rap name would be Cracker Bitch. Yes. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know you guys respected me, you know? Honor, you know? Obviously, like, you know, I didn't become a white rapper, but Cracker Bitch 1, 2, 3 was my AOL screen name for 5 years! 5 years! Wow, what an applause break. Cracker Bitch in the chat, see you there. I love you guys seem like millennials, that's great, I love that. Yeah, but growing up in Harlem was cool. Like, I didn't have a lot of money growing up, but I didn't even realize that I was in New York City, right? I had no idea that it was a wealthy city at all until I got a scholarship to this private girls' high school, right, a Catholic school. And those girls were like gossip girl, money, rich. It was crazy. And I tried to relate to them, right? One girl, she was like, oh, do you ever feel like your nanny is your mom? I was like, no. But I was like, but sometimes I feel like my exterminator is my uncle. You know what I'm saying? That guy is always around, okay? Sometimes he tells me I'm growing into my body. That's family! That is family! That's a creepy uncle. Man, that's all okay? Yeah. She tried to one-up me. She goes, well, one time my butler tried to finger me. I was like, girl, that's not a struggle. That's just hot. A lot of people, one woman. Okay, yeah, one guy, no. Alright, calm down. He's like, I wear a suit every day. Alright, psycho. Okay, so before I did comedy, I had this corporate job. I worked from home. Have you guys ever tried this? If you work from home, right? I really experimented with doing drugs all day. Have you ever tried that? Oh, he's coming back alive. I love it. Right? And it's so great. And believe it or not, get this up. My performance actually suffered a lot. I was like, I'm totally lost. My boss at the time, he called me out. We got on a Zoom, right? Camera off, titties out, and bong in my mouth, disgusting, like crumbs on the body. You know what I mean? He's like, Maggie, you've been making a lot of mistakes. I blurted out on the Zoom. I was like, we all make mistakes, man. I'm like, wow. I am so high, right? And then he goes, yeah, I don't make mistakes, and that's how I got to where I am, CEO. In my head, I was like, yeah, dude, you do make mistakes because you hired me. You know, like you, fucking idiot, dude. My resume's all lies. I went to theater school. What the fuck, you know? I have a theater degree. Anyone here go to school for theater? Love it. Okay. Love it. Total silence. Amazing. Okay. Yeah, I went to school for theater. You know, having a theater degree, it's a lot like having, say it with me, no degree. And similar, right? And like having a theater degree doesn't necessarily turn you into a professional actor, but it does turn you into a bisexual slut who loves to cry. Okay. Do you mind? You're like, wow. Dick or pussy? I'm a star. You're down there weeping. Booked it. Okay, right? You're so delusional. I remember like before, like in my early 20s, my mom was like, what are you doing with your life? I was like, Mom, like literally everything. Oh my God. I was like, I'm acting, I'm singing, I'm doing stand-up, improv, all these things. She's like, wow, Maggie, that's amazing. I had no idea there were so many ways to not make money, you know? And I was like, honestly, whatever, Ruby. Okay, like, you're fucking toxic, bitch. Make me a sandwich. Seriously, dude. Yeah, no, I am from New York, and that rent-controlled apartment, I was in and out of it. Now, for the first time, I have a one-bedroom apartment in New York City. So exciting, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's so hard to get a one-bedroom in New York, honestly. You have to have, make 40 times the rent, right? You have to have all the documents, the bank statements, the pay stubs, the tax returns, all this stuff. By the time you finally get the apartment, you're so proud of yourself because you worked so hard at Photoshop, and you're like, oh my God, like, I'm a skin artiste, you know? Like, I tricked my landlord. My landlord thinks I have $150K in savings. From comedy, I'm like, Kenny Reed? I have no idea. All right, you guys are like, that's dark. Oh, I love it. Are there people, single people here? Yeah, there we go, women. Okay, I don't even know. I date a lot. I definitely date a lot. I went on a date recently. This was so weird. This guy goes, so you're a female comic, so are you gonna fuck your way to the top? Crazy, right? Crazy ass that. Yeah. And I honestly, I don't know any women who have fucked their way to the top, right? Honestly, especially in New York City, women are out there fucking their way to rock bottom, you know? like never once in my life have I been like, oh, I blew it. Now I'm a star. Like that does not happen. But one time I was like, I blew him, and then he robbed me. You know? Like, men will just rob you, right? Also, guys aren't interested in like helping you with your career after they fuck you, right? I've never seen a guy bust a nut and then be like, oh, what are your goals? No. If anything, he's like, oh, what's your name again? Can you leave and take your resume with you? Oh man, I love it. But yeah, I do think like, especially on dates with men, it's so interesting. You have to kind of get it together and act normal, ladies. Like I can't act like this, not with you guys, my best friends. My ride or dies. But yeah, I have to like kind of get it together, right? I was on a date recently with this guy. He goes, oh, my ex was crazy. Like they all say that, you know what I mean? And I have to be like, oh, can't relate, you know? He goes, yeah, she had a lot of emotional problems. I'm like, oh. What a dumb bitch. Yeah. He was like, yeah. She was diagnosed as bipolar. isn't that annoying? He said. Yeah. And I was like, that's crazy. I was like, I was never diagnosed as bipolar last year. You know, like by the end of the night, I just wanted to be like, surprise. It's me. It's like, stalking you, idiot. I love it. Are you guys a shrooms crowd? Shrooms? And, oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, I love that. Did you know this? That you can't experience the full effects of shrooms if you're on antidepressants? Did you know that? Yeah, when I learned that, I immediately went off all my meds. Thank you. And yes, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to miss out on tripping just so I can not kill myself. Who gives a fuck? Right? Yeah. You guys get it. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I don't want to stabilize my mood. I want trees to say hi to me. Thank you so much. Right? And also, it's hard to know, like, sometimes you have no idea if you're actually depressed or just leading an objectively horrible life. Right? You're like, am I clinically depressed or am I just like 25 and dating a guy who works at Planet Fitness? Like, I have no idea. You guys are fun. Anyone grow up Catholic? Praise God. Okay. I love Christ. I'm obsessed. But yeah, so I grew up Catholic in New York, and it's fine in New York. I was actually an altar girl. Was anyone here an altar girl or altar boy? Altar girls? Altar girls! Oh my God, I was one of the only altar girls in my church, and I was so into it. And I was also a theater kid, right? So I was like, damn, am I an altar girl or am I a teen model? You know? Feel that? Like, the priest would be like, Maggie, you're carrying the cross today. I'm like, which side of the runway do you want me on? I was like, hair up or down, Daddy? What are we doing? I also love, did you ever have to serve funerals? Right? And you get paid? Yeah, like $5, right? And you get out of class, right? And I loved it so much. I loved being an altar girl because I would serve the funerals, and also you didn't really know who died. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, since I was already like into the modeling of it all, I was like, oh my God, I don't even know who died, but I was like, I'm gonna cry on the altar. So the first day that I fake cried on the altar while serving a funeral as an altar girl was the day that I transitioned from model to actress. I remember somebody in the congregation was like, oh my God, that girl is really sad. And my friend was like, she's not sad, she's a sociopath. Oh my goodness, you guys. I will say I'm not, okay, I'm gonna just transition. I'm not great in bed. So, I'm weak. I love this joke so much. Yeah. One guy, boo. Okay. This guy is like entering a blackout. I love it. Or maybe that's just who you are. Who knows? Either way, it's cool. And so, but anyway, I'm not great, but I know that because last time I had sex on top, the guy just removed me. Yeah. He was like, you're sweating in a weird way. Afterwards, I was like, oh my God, that was so crazy back there, the way I couldn't breathe. And then afterwards, he's like, oh, it's all good, babe, it's all good. You know what you have? You know what I think you have? I'm like, oh my God, like, what do I even have? And he was like, scoliosis. See a doctor. Yeah, saw a doctor, had it. Okay, and brutal. All right, one last joke. Were you guys into weed crowd? Yeah. And here's my thing with weed. I think, in my 20s, I was like so confident on weed. I was just like amazing with it. Like, I'd take a hit of a joint in my early 20s. I'd be like, well, everyone wants to fuck me. Like, just such delusion, right? Turned 30, went crazy. Now I take a hit of a joint, and I'm just like, oh, everyone wants to kill me. Like, so paranoid. I was high at a party recently, and I had to go into the bathroom and do basic affirmations. Right? I was looking in the mirror. I was like, you were invited. I was like, you organized this. I was like, you live here. Oh my God. Happy birthday. Get back out there. If you guys like my set, please follow me on Instagram with Magslals, MAGSLALS. Thank you so much.